And it also begs the question, if Jamie takes this set, if we get ahead of ourselves here,
Mm.
will the Lab Master opt for Sheik in that matchup? Because that's a tricky one. That's a pretty tricky one.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of more available rest setups specifically in Sheik Puff, but of course, I think it's relatively doable. We've seen Jamie take H-Box to the brink and take a couple wins as well on the highest level, but you know, that's a conversation for another day. We're hopping here for some Falcon Puff, and I had this conversation with some friends at the local this past week, and kind of thinking that maybe Falcon wins this matchup because there is some brutally efficient kill options off the throw from Falcon.
Yeah, it reminds me of any matchup like this with Puff, pretty much, where it's like you're winning, your tools are all there to kill Puff quickly, like very quickly off of most of your hits, but you've really got to be playing on point, and you really got to be careful and respect the Puff, because as soon as you let Puff take an inch, yeah, you're gonna get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, and if the Puff is on it, the Puff doesn't need to look for brutal kills on stage. Just whittle down that percentage, push them off stage, and then Falcon is a sitting duck, waiting for 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 backers to seal away any stop.
Yeah, and I've heard from Falcon mains for a long time that they really don't mind this matchup. It's not so bad. I know a lot of Falcon mains that will just spam Stomp and claim that it's, you know, the answer to everything, which just cannot be true. But it's, you know, it speaks to it at least.
Stomp through platform is always a juicy option, especially if you're really clocked in on that space, and you should be able to get out without getting traded back, even on a miss. Just making sure that you can trade it back and continue to keep yourself throwing out high value options with low.
Yeah, that was a nice rest find from Jamie. I can't help but notice that sort of Lasse is playing Jamie's game here, where they're both just kind of swinging in the air. When I think with Falcon, you need to be a little more calculated than that. You shouldn't just be sort of, you know. Oh, that was really close.
And the grab! That's great presence of mind there from Jamie, is knowing that Falcon's just gonna hold down on that counter punch aerial, immediately punishes the crouch cancel with the grab. And those are the counter plays that we're looking to see, especially in the crouch cancel meta, is how do you just punish someone for just double stepping back?
Yeah, you got to get a little more creative than that. You got to think a couple steps ahead. But Lasse cleaning that one up, at least, with the down throw knee. As you got to do, get those guaranteed kill setups. Oh, another rest opportunity here, but opts for an edge guard instead.
Oh, no job. And the reverse fail! That was so sick. That is the mark of a real Puff main right there, is understanding when you've missed your primary option. If you can full drift and get that reverse, that is a juicy confirmation hit.
Yeah, and if Jamie was a little more confident, could have gotten the jab reset rester to close the game out, but still many more opportunities for that. Jamie just gonna wait under that platform there. Oh, big one again, setting up for another edge guard.
Brutal position, but Lasse looking to punch back. Still at a tough percentage, but Falcon with that speed, especially the accessibility to get to those top platforms so fast, has the ability just to kind of run away from Puff and look for their more prevalent options.
Oh, the soft fair isn't going to send towards the stage. That was pretty smart by Jamie, but again, also putting up a decent defense here at the end.
Operating here in center stage, and that wall of backer finally going to put them in a last stock situation. And now it just comes the tricky part of getting this percentage stacked up with 30% off 2 moves. Not too shabby. Just need a couple more of those.
Oh, but yeah, burn the jump now. Jamie's going to find that back air, and that should do it. I don't think Lasse can make that one back. Nope.
We're just going to push that R button and send us to game number 2, but Lasse definitely made it difficult, made Jamie work for it.
Yeah, much closer than I would have given credit for, but maybe Jamie just needed a little wake-up game. You know, Lasse had a set already in the tournament, Jamie hasn't, so you can always argue that one person's more warmed up than the other, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, definitely. I think people underestimate the value of having a quote-unquote warm-up set. You know, even at the mid-level where, you know, if I'm playing at, you know, Colorado's Melee Monday, I do want to play against an 0-2er first before I have to play against Bizwiggle or DD or somebody, some fringe top 100 demon. I want to at least be a little warmed up before I have to, you know, clash with some absolute practice. And that's going to do it. That's a huge kind of upsell from Jamie.
Big pickup. Yeah, I was gonna say it's sort of like the difference between, you know, getting warm up in like a friendly and getting actual tournament warm up, you know, which like gets you in the right mindset, gets you ready to like focus and really put all your effort into like winning a game as opposed to just playing melee, you know, passively.
Yeah, and that's kind of where you see people go on monster losers runs. Is they're constantly in that killer mindset, just being able to extend that mentality immediately through that win, killer, be killed mentality. Getting in there as fast as possible can be the difference of winning.
Yeah. Jamie going for it all with that forward smash there. Can't help but feel it was a misinput, but it could also just been like the craziest read.
I love the empty hop, that tomahawk grab reverse there. Not quite gonna do it. Does get the wall tag. Operating back in center stage, peppering the outside of the shield. Jamie's spacing looking pretty immaculate, but will get caught stuck in that power shield. Shield release animation does get caught by the gentleman. Pushing off with this wall of back air. That's a 2-stock move for Jamie. Yeah,
starting from like a get off ledge turnaround bear. That's pretty as you were saying with spacing in general, like turning yourself around to dodge your opponent's wall is just also really good presence of mind. Opportunity for a rest here, but waits a little bit too long into that platform.
Yeah, Jamie trying to catch Falcon coming out of shield there, either off a shield drop or a full hop out of shield opportunity. Falcon very exploitable when stuck in their shield.
You kidding me? That was not intentional. I refuse to accept that I just saw crouch cancel forward smash by Captain Falcon.
Gotta whip out the elbow from time to time. It's a juicy option, especially against Puff. That move kills. That is a brutal kill option.
And Lasse just diving off stage for like the Hail Mary down. Oh, okay.
Whoa, right. Hold on.
Let him cook. All right, that's gonna do it.
No, Jamie. Up the brakes just for a second there. Does find the backer to set up for one more opportunity to take another stock down.
It is a bit concerning how many rest opportunities Jamie has missed, not because they missed them, but because that means that if Jamie was a bit more on point, like would Lasse even be taking stocks?
There's a confident Puff is a scary thing. Just being able to know where those rest opportunities are coming from and being able to have the presence of mind just to execute on it, have the confidence to push that down, being what an unprepared Puff would call a 50-50, a prepared and understanding Puff that is warmed up and playing hot is definitely going to find those stocks a little bit more quickly. But Lasse has definitely has a tall order to accomplish here to take us to even a game 4, game 5, or potentially a game win here.
Yeah,
Jamie's looking like that kind of player right now. That's gonna maybe even take this all the way to grand finals.
Yeah, I am glad to see the switch from Yoshi's to Pokemon here. Like I was gonna say, it seemed like the opposite of what Lasse needed was to close the space between him and Jamie for now. Hopefully, with this bit of space extra, he can find a few more choice openings instead of having to force them in scraps and stuff.
And it's definitely, I think, a lot of new school floaties really enjoy the smaller space in these more contestable matchups. Puffs and Peaches specifically are looking to take specifically Falcon to Yoshi's, because Falcon's strength in that matchup is being able to run away, reset a neutral situation, or even just reset to a top platform. And when they don't have that horizontal space to run away from, they're constantly having to fight out neutral interactions with a player that might just be better at neutral than them.
Exactly, yeah. You're, as Falcon, I guess in these floaty matchups especially, you're banking on like finding that one smart opening that gets you the grab you need or gets you the setup you need, as opposed to Puff, where they're really just trying to run you down and make you feel like you have no space to breathe, and then force you off stage as a result and get like an easy, quick kill. So having that space to sort of force those smarter interactions than having to deal with, scrapping and neutral constantly, puts you in a bit more of like a favorable spot, I think.
Back air is doing a great job at keeping Jamie in firm stage control and just dips on him.
Call out, hard call out on the recovery.
Ledge is closed today. You gotta pay a deductible on that one.
And you gotta put a down payment on it.
Yes, sir. All right. Oh, it's still gonna be peppering that shield with that tech chase up tilt.
And there's the jab reset, but not opting for rest, opting for an edge guard opportunity instead. But nice tech from Lasse to get out of there, getting that knee too.
Fade back knee is gonna halt that shield pressure in its tracks. We have a 2-2 situation here, but back air, no tech on that side platform. No tech, get the wreck, and that's gonna do it.
An absolute wall of pain and a taunt to boot.
These
all right,
EU
Jamie.
players with their taunts, bro.
We are unhinged. We are very unhinged.
Love them. Absolutely love it. Talk your shit. I love it.
Oh, the upper barely not connecting was a nice idea from lasse, but yeah, and not finding the read on the roll either.
Staying out of this right side of the stage here, but also she can punch back here. Oh, doesn't get the down 30. You have to hit those.
Yeah,
those are
barely missing it. And now still just playing super careful around this. Jamie also not wanting to approach because just wants to end this cleanly. Does not have to deal with this last stock situation.
Fly through back here, and lasse with potential to put a game down, or is Jamie gonna take this percentage deficit and run with it? 3 aerials.
Oh, the stop! Okay, not okay. Yeah, very hopeful, but that's gonna do it.
And Jamie is gonna operate no fly zone. Get out of here. 3-0 and a handshake.
Yeah, sends lasse down to losers. I think they're going to be floated to loser semis because of the DQ earlier, if I were a betting man. And it looks like Dank and Nintendo are still on it. I think it's 2-0 right now for Dank. So, yeah, Norway's still putting in a lot of work to stay on the board.